Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Alexi and my partner is Carrie, and this is our science demo project.
So for the grade level, we are at second grade, and the performance expectation is to make observations of plants and animals to compare the diversity of life in different habitats. So we have our students comparing different animals, and in this case, they're comparing animals in the rainforest.
So for our engaged portion of the lesson plan, we're going to have students engaged by showing students just different Google slides of multiple different rainforest plants and animals and asking questions. So an example of one of the questions we would be asking is, what habitat can the scarlet macaw be found? And so we found a Nat Geo video that accompanies the lesson very well at that link. And so the driving question for our lesson would be, if you could be any rainforest animal for the day, what would you be and why?
So for our explore phase of the lesson, we would have students, they would have access to a Chromebook or an iPad, and we would give them a list of acceptable YouTube videos and books that they could go through. So they would do their research on the different animals, and they would use a graphic organizer to write notes about the animals. And then after they do that, they would have a different graphic organizer where they would choose two of their favorite animals from the first graphic organizer, and they would compare and contrast those animals. So they would need the graphic organizers, internet access, they would need iPads or Chromebooks, and they would need pencils to write on the graphic organizers.
So this is an example of the graphic organizer that we'd be using for the different animals that the students could choose from. So it's labeled with every single animal that we have found videos and books on. And so there's enough room for students to write any interesting facts or any other information that they want to include for their compare and contrast.
And then after they've chosen their two animals, they would have animal one on one side, animal two on the other side, and then they would put similarities in the middle. And that is it. And that is our science demo presentation.